Hi, welcome to the Retirement Railroad Matinee Modeling Tip of the Day. I'm Steve, and today we want to continue with JMRI, but in a different module area. And actually, I'm going to give an alternative to what JMRI offers for some people. All right. If we look at the screen. Okay, when you download JMRI, you get Panel Pro, Sound Pro, and Decoder Pro. Now we've gone through Decoder Pro in previous tips of the day, and there is a Sound Pro module here. All right, then I'll open up. Maybe. Here we go. There it is. Okay, and here's Sound Pro. Okay, and you can go through and utilize this, but all right, I use Digitrax, primarily Digitrax decoders, because they're a lot more reasonably priced. They don't have all the functionality or all the sound quality that some of your higher end soundtracks, ESU Locomotives, TCS Wow Sound, some of those decoders have. But you can get an economy version and upload or download better sound files. All right, in JMRI you have Sound Pro. Now I don't use Sound Pro. Okay. What I use is, since I run Digitrax, I use the Digitrax Sound Loader. Okay? And what we're going to do, I'm going to upgrade this Proto 2000 E8. Okay? I'm going to put actually an F9 sound file in it. All right, I use the E8 sound files for my E7s because I can't find an E7 sound profile, and I use the F9 for my E8 E9s. Okay. If this locomotive looks familiar to some of you, it may be because this is the one that, if you wait a couple seconds here, you'll see where it takes a nosedive off the layout as it comes around. And I get busy doing something else, so I'm not paying too much attention. You see it down there in the lower left-hand corner. And this is before I added clear acrylic railing barriers along this track. Here it goes. Boom. All right, and if you watch close enough, you can see all the tens of pieces, almost 100 different pieces. Well, so much for that. What I did do is I reconstructed the shell, but you can tell. But what I do with this locomotive is I flip it around and use it as part of a consist, so you don't see the nose, which is where the majority of the damage to this loco was. All right. So with that, let's go down, and I'll start it up, and you can hear the default sound on this locomotive. We'll take, after we get it going, I'll show you the, I don't even know if you can hear it, but what I'll do is I'll crank it up. All right. So That's as loud as it is, and it's not very good. And this decoder comes with this is a 16-bit decoder, and it comes with a generic GP38 prime mover sound file, and of course that's not the same as an E unit, or an F. So we'll change it, and you'll be able to hear the difference. That's with the prime mover at 100%. Okay. So let's move her over to the programming track. And before we do anything else, I want to show you in Decoder Pro what the sound levels currently are set at. Alright, the master volume is here. It has room to go up some, but the prime mover's up all the way. I'm going to leave them at this, so with the new sound file, we'll listen at the same levels as all of these. Okay? So, we're on the programming track. We'll get out of Decoder Pro for now. And one of the things we have to make sure we do is we have to isolate this track. In other words, we want to take it off of LocoNet. Okay, and now I'm hooking it directly to the PR4, which is the computer interface, computer to LocoNet interface module. All right. So, next thing I want to do is come up here to the Sound Loader, and this is free software on the Digitrax website. And we want to pick a file. I want a different sound project than this one. And I've already downloaded it. There we go. And we're going to load this 16-bit F9 file into this E9. So we're going to open it up, and before we do that, let me show you on Digitrax website. Okay, they have what's called the Sound Depot. You just go over here to Sound Depot, and this is where you download the software. Okay, and if you have a PR4 or PR3, this is where you download the programming software, if you just want to use programming. And here's where you go to browse Locomotives and Sound Projects. And here's all the different ones that are available on the Digitrax website. And the one we're going to be doing is EMD F9 non-turbo. Okay, that's what we're going to work with. It's a 16-bit file. So, okay, I'm going to open that up, and there it is. Now, as soon as I hit this download, it's reading the decoder now. As soon as I hit this download, it's going to make a shrill of a sound. And you'll be able to hear it. And it'll do that through about 2/3 of the downloading. So let's click it, watch it run. currently erasing files. And what it does is it erases the default Steam files, to make room for this download. Okay, now starting to download. Notice the headlight is flashing. Well, you can't see it, but it is flashing as it takes the bits of data. And what I can do now you can see it as it is loading the information onto the decoder. And it'll be doing this for a little while. We're about 10% done. So stay tuned, and I'll be back when it's done loading. All right, so it took about 5 minutes to get it all loaded up. Now what we can do is do a sound test. Okay, that's up here. Come here, and now it's reading the decoder. It's found the decoder. And now you should be able to hear the decoder idling. All right, I don't have to put it on the track. Now that's idle. To me, it sounds as loud as the full speed of the generic GP38 file that was on the decoder. So let's rev it up here. Alright, I think it sounds a whole lot better. I just hope it comes through the video. Now, you can adjust the CVs here if you want as well. Alright. Master volume is set at 12, it says. Because that's what it was set at on previously. Right? The default value is 7. It's at 12 out of 15 now. So have not changed the values, right, or sound levels. Just a better sound file. Right? Now, granted, when you soundtracks as an example, when you get a Tsunami 2, it is loaded up with a file specific to what you want, okay, when you buy it. All right, the same decoder is customized ahead of time for the sound files you want. Digitrax, which are more economical, you have to come in and modify your specifics in this fashion. But they're a whole lot cheaper. The 16-bit decoder in here you can get for less than $60. That's half of what a Tsunami 2 is on soundtracks. Okay. Anyway, there you go. Pretty simple to change. We'll go back into Decoder Pro just to show that the sound levels are all the same. All right. So we'll exit out of here. All right. We'll exit out of here. We'll load up Decoder Pro. it. And sound levels, they're all at the same. Okay? Nothing has changed. Okay? And it was a hell of a lot louder, this new sound file, and a whole lot better sounding. Will these sound files work in other decoders? I don't know. I would think so. A lot of the files on the library, Digitrax library, were not done by Digitrax. It was done by a gentleman named John McMasters. So I would think those files might work on a different decoder model. I'm not sure though. Don't take that to the bank. All right. So upgrading, customizing sound files, again, it's easy to do with a little guidance, okay? And this is only the third file that I've done, okay? It makes number 3, that's it. Okay? It's that easy. I've done 2 16 bits and 1 8-bit. The 8-bit was a little bit of a challenge, okay? Just because I didn't realize that it put the file into the generic Steve. Okay, once I figured that out, it was good to go. So, anyway, upgrading, customizing sound files, it's a good thing. I want to thank you for joining me here at the Retirement Railroad Matinee Modeling Tip of the Day. I'm Steve, and y'all have a great day. Bye now.